Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame.
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. Alright, so this one right here is a forgotten duel against a Kashtira deck. And as you can see, he starts off with this field spell there. I'm gonna go ahead and ash it. There aren't a lot of good spots to ash this deck, but he's got the desires, and as you can see, he's gonna rip the Fenrir off of the desire. So yeah, but there aren't usually typically a lot of good spots to go ahead and ash the field spell, because they go get unicorn and then you ash the unicorn and then they get something out of your extra deck. So yeah, I went with the ash there, but he did have the desires, unfortunately, and he's just able to continue his turn. But yeah, this is a deck list that I tried out. I wanted to try the other favorite card. Yes, there is favorite hero off in here with a little bit of spice, and I just wanted to try it out, see what I could do with it. And yeah, so going in my turn here during the standby phase, I'm going to go ahead and ash his Shangri-La card and be able to stop that from happening right there. We are going to discard Liquid Soldier to go ahead and special summon out our Ferris. And he's just checking out the card, trying to see what he wants to do. We're going to use Increases effect to go ahead and tribute off said Ferris to go ahead and special summon our Vion from deck. Oh, no. Actually, I lost the duel because I messed up right here. I have my only Vion in hand, and the random banish that he did off of the top with the Kashtira monster banished my other Vion. So yeah, so we're gonna summon Vion, use his effect to send Mali from the deck to the grave. Then we're going to banish Ferris to go ahead and add the polymerization. So yeah, that was I guess it's not really a play mistake, because I needed a hero in the graveyard to banish for polymerization anyway. So yeah, it's perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and summon out the Cross Crusader. We're going to use his effect to go ahead and target Mally Boy so we can try to special summon him from the grave, tribute him off to add a hero from deck to hand. We are going to add the Liquid Soldier, go ahead and banish Mally to special summon Mally back out to the board, link those two off into Infernal Devicer, reveal the Shining Neo Swingman, and we're going to polymerization there using the Liquid Soldier and the Vanilla Neos. We're going to chain link 1, chain link 2. We're going to add the favorite hero from our deck to our hand. And yeah, this is actually one of the situations that I never really get into. I didn't realize that the Shangri-La had the effect to protect itself, so I just don't end up having enough attacks to be able to get over his big booty. And that's why I keep reading it, because I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can get past it with my current hand, and which I really can't. But we're going to tribute off Infernal Rage to go ahead and special summon out our Sunrise. We're going to grab our Miracle Fusion with that, and yeah, this thing just has a big booty. And I probably should have tried to figure out another way in order to do this, so that I could make sure so that I could push through the Shangri-La's effects and stuff. But I just don't think there was a way for me to do it. So we link those two off into Wonder Driver so that I can get my Miracle Fusion back after this play. And we're going to go ahead and activate Miracle Fusion, of course. We're going to banish the Shining Neos guys to go ahead and special summon out our Shining Neos here. Special summon him in the Wonder Driver zone, of course, so that we can get our Miracle Fusion back. We're going to activate Shining Neos Wingman's effect, and he'll be able to destroy 2 cards on the board. We go ahead and select the Shangri-La and his face down card so that we can go ahead and find out what this is. And it ends up being Book of Moon. And we got the cross out for it. I love cross out designator. I know a lot of people don't like that card, but I truly love cross out designator. So yeah, you're going to see it most of the time inside of my deck. I think it's really good, especially with Droll being in the format and stuff. Even when you're going second, as you can see, it stops Book of Moon. It can stop Book of Eclipse. It's just really versatile and stops so many cards. I mean, it's almost like having Solemn Judgment, a quick play Solemn Judgment. Almost like having a quick play Solemn Judgment. All right, so, but unfortunately there, with the activation of the Shangri-La effect, he's going to be able to pop my Miracle Fusion. And yeah, I think just like all around, I ended up playing this turn really bad. I didn't take into consideration all the different effects and stuff that they had out on the board. But yeah, you can see my little thing here. We activate favorite hero. We proceed into the battle phase, which allows us to activate a field spell from deck. So we activate the Magical Meltdown, which allows us to search for Alistair. And the reason why I chose this little package is because, you know, if I draw Alistair, it's not bad. There is Invocation inside of the deck, and then also he gives 1,000 boost to my fusion monsters when 1,000 attack and defense. So, you know, it's an OTK going second type deck. So when I try to go for OTK, that extra 1,000 damage, you know, I don't know if it'll ever come into whatchamacallit, how do you say, if it ever come into use, but you know, we'll see. And we're gonna go ahead and ram the what is it, the Wonder Driver into the defense position Shangri-La. That way we can go ahead and get our increase into our spell and trap cards on, even though we don't have Vion off inside of there. Like, yeah, go ahead and do it anyway. But the as long as the favorite hero is attached to the Shining Neo's Wingman, he also cannot be targeted by card effects. So yeah, it's pretty good. But unfortunately, you know, with Fenrir and, you know, other such cards, it'll be pretty easy for him to go ahead and do things here. He's going to start off his turn with the Unicorn, by special summon a Unicorn with the Shangri-La effect. I don't even know if I'm saying that card's name right, but the field spell will allow him to go ahead and get rid of increase, which I don't know if he knew it or not, but like I said, my Vion targets were gone, so there's not much that I could do with the increase anyway. There goes the Birth, and of course the Birth is going to allow him to special summon back out the Fenrir. And yeah, it's just like at this point it's just kind of really bad for me. I think all he has to do is basically get rid of favorite hero and he's off in there. No, you know, it looked pretty good. I feel like, you know, I made a couple of play mistakes in that turn. You know, I probably should have destroyed the face down card to the field spell if I had realized that, you know, he was going to start being able to pop stuff, because him popping my Miracle Fusion destroyed my Ab-Zero play, in which I was going to Miracle Fusion into Ab-Zero and then link off the Wonder Driver and the Ab-Zero into the Dread Decimator, get one thing off of the Shangri-La, and then attack with Dread Decimator, get the piercing damage, get another material off of them, then attack with the Shining Neos Wingman, and, you know, finally kill him, and also at the same time activate favorite hero to be able to attack directly for game at that point. But yeah, we completely blew that, and we're going to end up losing this game because, like I said, all he had to do was get rid of the favorite hero card and he would be able to target my Shining Neos Wingman, basically just banish it, and, you know, that's what ends up happening here. So yeah, completely through this game one, and yeah, it was kind of bad. But, you know, it is what it is. We make play mistakes, especially trying to do something with a new deck here. Well, not necessarily even a new deck, but trying to do something like, I guess just, you know, just new in general. So yeah, my opponent is going to banish the Vision Hero Increase as I activated his effect to put him into my spell and trap cards on when I took damage. And yeah, just like, unfortunately at this point, I don't think there's anything that I could draw into that would help me win this game. But we refuse to give up when we still have plays left. You know, you never know when your opponent might make a mistake and, you know, do something wrong. So I'm going to, you know, continue to try to push through the turn. We are going to summon Stratos, activate his effect to try to add a hero from our deck to our hand, and he flips up the Imperm, and yeah, that'll just be enough to end that right there. So yeah, we end up losing game one. Play mistakes on my own behalf, because we clearly could have won that game if I hadn't have made those mistakes. It's all good though, you know. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes we're going to go into game two and try not to let game one tilt us, right? And now going into game 2, like I said, this is a going second OTK deck. So even though I had the choice of going first or second, we're going to stick to our guns and allow him to go first here. He's going to start off with, you know, Kashtira stuff. There goes the Oposius, the Apoposis. I don't know what the card name is. I can't ever think of the name of these cards and these other archetypes. Like, I know what they do. I know what like their end goal is and what it is they're trying to do. But I failed to, you know, say their names correctly and such. So yeah, he banishes the top 3 again. Make sure I get a good look at them this time because, you know, just being out of, you know, play practice and stuff, you know, I made a couple play mistakes last game, even though I feel like I would have had to take the same route. Otherwise I wouldn't have had a target to banish for polymerization, so it's all good. But yeah, we drew the kaiju for the Kashtira monster. We're gonna go ahead and kaiju that. We're going to go ahead and do Ferris here. I mean, not do Ferris, but we're gonna go ahead and do Vision Hero Ferris. We're going to discard the Shadow Mist, and we're going to activate the Shadow Mist effect to grab Stratos. Then we're going to summon Stratos and activate his effect to destroy spells and traps. I just wanted to make sure to get rid of the Imperm. And yeah, so basically from this point, you know, without him having any, with the Imperm being gone and him not having activated Ash, I just feel like we got, you know, pretty much just full combo here. We're going to just completely go off, and yeah, we're just going to proceed to OTK him using our, even though it wasn't completely necessary, we do end up like going the whole line into the favorite hero with the favorite hero equipped card. As you can see, we got the Infernal Devicer. We go ahead and use his effect. We're going to grab our favorite hero card, and we're just going to keep going from there. Go ahead and, you know, draw our 2, discard 1, and we discarded the other Ferris, trying to figure out, you know, what route I should take here. Just want to make sure that he dies. And we're going to link those 2 off into the Wonder Driver, activate his effect to go ahead and special summon out our Sunrise. We're going to grab our Miracle Fusion and then use Wonder Driver's effect to go ahead and set Poly. Then we're going to be able to flip our, well, I'm waiting to, well, not flip, yeah. Oh, I guess I did go ahead and flip. But I don't think, what was it? Oh, because I didn't have the Mally out on board, I don't think I could, I didn't have like the targets to be able to bring out. So I have to flip that back face down and use the Miracle Fusion instead, because I forgot Mally is in my graveyard. We're going to go into the battle phase, use Wake Up, attack, use the Invoke, whatever his, can't remember his name is, Alistair the Invoker, to increase his attack by 1,000. You know he's going to take massive damage, take the 22 for the kaiju, plus, you know, the overflow damage, and then plus my Wake Up can attack a second time. So yeah, we go ahead and take that game easy, thanks to kaiju, thanks to Stratos. Easy win right here. All right, and now going into game 3, of course, my opponent is going to go first. Unfortunately, you know, going into this turn, there wasn't a lot of time left, so time is going to get called on us. Like, yeah, he's coming back to the game, playing Kashtira. He's like an old great duelist, like one of the greatest, you know, from, especially from the DFW area. You know, shout out to Oscar, great player from way back in the day, has come back to the game. And yeah, he just didn't know what a lot of the hero cards did, so you know, there was a lot of time spent reading, even between the 2 of us, because I had to keep reading that Shangri-La effect and stuff, because I just couldn't believe that his effect was, you know, more than once per turn. But you know, it is what it is. And as you can see, like, I didn't have any like any hand trap outside of Nib, so his turn was able to go on for a while before, you know, I was able to use a hand trap to put a stop to it. And I think like when he started his turn, there was only like, you know, maybe like 4 minutes or so left. So, you know, right now I'm trying to hurry up and get a monster out on the board. And unfortunately, I think that time just ends up getting called, and yeah, I just wasn't able to do anything because I can't just take the Nib and attack into the Fenrir because the Fenrir will banish it, unfortunately. Yeah, so not much we could do there. We end up in a draw, but the deck was a lot of fun. I think just like an end, I come to realize that the favorite hero part wasn't necessarily needed because we do a bunch of damage without it anyway. But appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
My wingman, he come through, he level up, he Goku, he shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.